So here are the solutions to exercise 2.1. For question 1, how many degrees are there in 1.5 right angles? Well, this requires us to know our definition that there are 90 degrees in a right angle. So for question 1, we could simply say that that would be then 90 degrees multiplied by 1.5. If we do that, we'll simply find how many degrees are in there. And this is going to give us 135 degrees to our first answer. So that's all there is to number one. For number 2, how many degrees are there in 3/5 of a right angle? Well, same again. That's going to be 90 degrees, but this time we'll multiply it by 3/5. Now on your calculator, we're going to go 90 multiplied, and I'm now going to enter this as a fraction, which means I'm going to put this in as 3, hit my fraction button, which is the ABC button, and then the 5 equals. And I now get an answer here of 54 degrees for number 2. If you don't want to use your fraction button, you can simply go 3 divided by 5, which is 0.6, 3/5, and then multiply that by 90 and to get the same answer. For question 3, how many degrees are there in 2/3 of a right angle? Same idea, 90 degrees multiplied by 2/3. So typing this into the calculator, 90 multiplied by 2/3 gives me 60 degrees. And there's that one. For number 4, how many degrees are there in 0.7 of a right angle? Same again, 90 times 0.7. Type this into the calculator and we get 63 degrees. So that's it for the first sort of section of the questions then, really. Just working out parts of a 90-degree angle by simply multiplying our angle by the part that we require. So that's it for the first part here. So let me clear those off and then we can take a look at the next section. Hopefully you're okay with those. Okay, so here we go for the second part of these questions. For question 5, it says, find the angle in degrees corresponding to the following. 1/20th of a revolution. Well, a revolution is 360 degrees. So we're going to go 360 multiplied by 1/20th. If we type this into the calculator, 360 multiplied by 1/20th is going to give us 18 degrees. And hopefully you can see that this is pretty much the same question as 1 through 4. We're just multiplying this time by a different angle. In this example, 360 degrees, because we're talking about an entire revolution. Okay, for question 6, 3/8 of a revolution, that will be 360 multiplied by 3/8. So what does that one give us? 360 times 3/8. This gives us 135 degrees. Number 7, same idea, 4/5 of a revolution. 360 times 4/5. If we type this in, we get 288 degrees, which is 4/5 of a rotation. For number 8, 0.8 of a rotation will be 360 times 0.8. Typing that into the calculator, that gives us 288 degrees again, because it's the same as 4/5. Number 9, 0.3 of a revolution will be 360 times 0.3. Typing that in gives us 108 degrees. And then for the last one in this little section, 0.25 of a revolution will be 360 multiplied by 0.25. If we type that into the calculator, we of course get 90 degrees because it's 1/4. So there's the answers to that second section, 5 through 10. So hopefully you get the idea there that we can work out any part of a circle, whether it be a quadrant, that is 90 degrees, or a half, 180 degrees, or in this case, an entire circle, that is 360 degrees. For the next sections, that is the adding, the subtraction, and then the conversions, we'll do all these actually on the calculator. So I'll clear the whiteboard off here on the right-hand side, and then I'll superimpose my calculator into the video, and you can see exactly what I'm typing in here and the answers that we'll get. So let me clear this off. There we go, and here comes the calculator. So for question 11, we need to add 11 degrees 8 minutes and 17 degrees 29 minutes. Now notice in the question, there are no seconds in both parts of question 11. So if there are no seconds, we just don't need to enter them in. So for question 11 then, I'm going to type in 11, press my degrees minutes seconds button, now 8, press my degrees minutes seconds button again, and now simply add 17 degrees minutes seconds and then 29 degrees minutes seconds, and then press equals. So my answer here to question 11 is 28 degrees 37 minutes, and of course there are 0 seconds. So that's all there is to adding angles together when they're in this format. Okay, so let's try this in practice through 12, 13, 14 and 15 just for some extra practice. So here's number 12. 25 degrees, 38 minutes. Again, don't forget to hit the degrees minutes seconds button after your last number, and then add that to 43 degrees, 45 minutes, equals. So now our answer is 69 degrees, 23 minutes and 0 seconds. Question 13. So now we've got some seconds for question 13. So it's 8 degrees, 38 minutes, and now 49 seconds. So this time I've actually hit that degrees, minutes, seconds button 3 times to get this in. And now we'll add this to 5 degrees, 43 minutes, and 45 seconds. And now equals. So here we go. Our answer is 14 degrees, 22 minutes and 34 seconds. So that's it for number 13. For number 14, 27 degrees, 4 minutes, 52 seconds, plus 35 degrees, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds equals. So the answer to that one is that 62 degrees, 48 minutes and 11 seconds. And then for number 15, which is the last one of this section, we've got 72 degrees, 15 minutes and 4 seconds. And we're adding this to 89 degrees, 27 minutes, 38 seconds, and then we're adding that again to 17 degrees, 28 minutes, and 43 seconds. And here we go. So our answer is 1890 degrees, 25 minutes and 42 seconds. So that's the examples really of how to use our calculator to make life very easy in order to add these angles together simply using that degrees, minutes, seconds button. Okay, let's look at the next section. This is now subtraction. It's the exact same idea. So for question 16, 8 degrees, 2 minutes. There are no seconds, so we don't need to type them in. And now we're I've got this around the wrong way. We should be going 29 degrees, 5 minutes, and subtracting that, or subtracting from it, 8 degrees, 2 minutes. I read the question wrong there, I do apologise. So now pressing equals. Oh, must have typed something in wrong there. Let's do it again. 29 degrees, 5 minutes, minus 8 degrees, 2 minutes equals. That's better. So now we get 21 degrees, 3 minutes and 0 seconds. If we don't type in that degrees, minutes, seconds button after every number, then you will get that syntax error, so I must have missed one earlier. So there we go, our answer for number 16. For number 17, we've got 17 degrees 28 minutes subtracted from 40 degrees 16 minutes. So 40 degrees 16 minutes, and we're subtracting 17 degrees and 28 minutes equals, here we go, 22 degrees 48 minutes and 0 seconds. For number 18, we're subtracting 12 degrees 34 minutes 16 seconds from 20 degrees 18 minutes and 12 seconds. Subtract 12, 34, 16. So the answer to that one is 7 degrees 43 minutes and 56 seconds. Let's do number 19. We've got 6 degrees 2 minutes 5 seconds. So 6 degrees 2 minutes 5 seconds. And we're now subtracting 0 degrees 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Equals. So there we go. Our answer to number 19 is 5 degrees 54 minutes and 50 seconds. And then the last one for this next section is 85 degrees 17 minutes and 32 seconds. And we're subtracting 48 degrees 19 minutes and 21 seconds. Equals. So there's our answer number 20, 36 degrees, 58 minutes and 11 seconds. So that's it for that section, doing subtraction. Then the last one is some conversions. So for question 21, let's convert 17 degrees, 26 minutes into a decimal. So I can type in 17 degrees, 26 minutes, press my equals key to enter it into the calculator. There it is. Now I just press my degrees, minutes, seconds button again to get it as a decimal, which is 17.433. Now we can also, once we get this value here, we can press the fraction button. That would turn it into a fraction, and you can press the fraction button again, which would also turn it to the decimal. So it just depends upon how you want to do it or how you want to express the answer. But there you go for question 21. For question 22, 28 degrees, 7 minutes, 38 seconds. We'll enter that into the calculator by pressing equals. And now I'll just press the degrees, minutes, seconds button. And here it is as a decimal. 28 degrees, 0.1272. So pretty straightforward. So next one, number 23. 83 degrees, 0 minutes and 12 seconds. Press equals. And now press my degrees, minutes, seconds button again. So there you go. Our answer is 83.003 degrees. For question 24, the last one here, 87 degrees, 58 minutes, and 29 seconds. Press my equals button to enter it in, and then press my degrees, minutes, seconds button to convert it. And here we go. 87.975 degrees is our answer here for our conversion. So there we go. There are the solutions to exercise 2.1. Hopefully you're okay with those, and hopefully again you can see how easy that degrees, minutes, seconds button makes life for us just by doing the conversions or indeed the additions or subtractions using that button. Much, much simpler than the way the textbook presents it, and it saves you an awful amount of time in the exam. So now you're okay with exercise 2.1, jump back into the objective 1 video and let's keep going.